talked to management about doing a predictions video for HeeeHalloweeny, but they said I had to pick a partner. Someone who would not think like me, which crossed out any member of Brutal Impact, unfortunately. But I did find one guy who I have history with to make these predictions with me. So, please everybody, don't turn away from the channel or anything, because this is who I say it is. It is the Rugged Rebel.
The ICC champion of the DUI.
Yeah, let's see, I held that belt first.
Well, one, you also have a title match though, so... But I do know one thing about October that has me a little skeptic. October has been a bad month for champions. We saw it with the Yankees getting upstaged by the Rangers in baseball, so the Yankees aren't going to, they're not going to be able to defend their title. And last night, UFC 121, Brock Lesnar, the powerhouse of UFC, was dethroned by Cain Velasquez. And I know some people in the DFSG are very happy about this and some are disappointed. But enough about UFC.
Let's get to the DUI pay-per-view known as HeeeHalloweeny, as this is the third, if I am correct, the third installment of HeeeHalloweeny. First match I want to predict is the reunited DJs, ADJ, DDJ versus Demented Twins. Now, if I understand the stipulations correctly, if the Demented Twins win this match, they get the Jobber Legend belt.
I think that is correct.
If the DJs win, the Demented Twins, they split up. They leave DUI. They're gone. With that being said, I am predicting that the DJs, the originals, DDJ and ADJ, even though they've had their history and they don't really like each other, I have a feeling they're going to win this match.
Well, I see that it's October and, you know, weird things happen, and the Demented Twins, they got some kind of a power. I sense some kind of a force, like an Imperial Force type thing, a dark force from some DWI legend, a former champion. I think you know who I'm hinting at. A certain Emperor Duck of Hellfire. I sense that in the Demented Twins. So that's going to make me pick the Demented Twins to go in and win the Jobber belt. Thus, the title changes in October continue a bit?
Maybe. Next, the DUI Women's Championship. It is the XD's Posh, who is the current Women's Champion, against JB Lady, Kato, and Alexis?
Yes, it's Alexis.
Yes. And a fatal four-way. Now, I don't know if there's any special way they have to win this match or anything like that. I really don't, which is the truth. But if I had to pick, I'm going to have to give it to Kato, because Kato has been wanting championship gold ever since the Wild Bunch has lost the women's tag titles. They want that back. They want gold back, so I'm picking Kato.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you, one, and...
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Some people might say I'm biased, but I think that Posh is going to win. Posh has been training like non-stop. If you saw her, she's been training non-stop, but there's something that's kind of odd. She's hardly at the XD's at our place. I mean, it's kind of weird, but I don't know. Posh has been training like crazy, and I think she's got the will and determination to prove that she is a deserving women's champion. Posh retains and keeps that belt in the XD.
But why isn't Pasha training with the XD?
That I couldn't tell you. I think she's just maybe getting private workouts or something, or getting
private workouts.
Hey,
Why did someone like
don't
BDS?
don't speculate. Don't speculate on that. That is. I didn't mean it like that.
In case you guys haven't noticed, in the DUI, we aren't really attacking each other because BDS and the rest of management made us sign
a deal, a
waiver.
It said that if we were to attack each other, that not only would there be repercussions on us, possibly stripping of titles and title shots, but also our two groups would be banned from the HeeeHalloweeny show. And that's too much of a risk for us to take, especially with me and this coveted belt that I fought so hard for. I don't want to just hand it over to somebody.
I'm glad you brought up your championship, because that's the next match we're going to discuss.
Ooh.
The Imperial Crown Championship match. It will be the Rugged Rebel against either JB Chicken or Canero, depending on who wins the #1 contender match. Now, with that not being well known, I'm going to guess that it's going to be... This is just a guess, everybody, just so you know. It's going to be Canero facing you at HeeeHalloweeny. That is my guess. And I predict that Canero is going to regain his championship.
The thing, I disagree with you totally, because I am the Imperial Crown Champion, and I do have a message for Canero. Canero, if you think that you're going to take this title belt away from me, you've got another thing coming. Because I intend to make a mark, and I will prove to everybody why I am and will continue to be the champion and stop this October streak of new champions. I predict myself destroying Canero and teaching him a wrestling lesson.
So what if you face JB Chicken?
If I face JB, the result will still be the same. But I don't know yet who I'm going to face. If it's Canero or it's JB, either one, I don't care who it is. But like a champion, I'm going to step up. That's what champions do.
Next match, before we get to the unified title match, it's a 21-man, or at least that's how they're saying it. Jigsaw.
21-man.
Jigsaw 21-man battle royal to determine the #1 contender to the unified championship. We only really know of one person, thanks to DUI 24/7, that's qualified for that match, and that is Tripod. So unfortunately, that match would be too hard to really take a guess on who's going to win it.
Anybody could. I mean, it's like, it's all the mega talents, and until we know more about it, until the card is set, actually. But, you know, Tripod, he does have a good shot. He does have a good shot, but it's too close to call on this one.
But now, for the main match on this pay-per-view. Myself versus RD versus someone calling themselves the Masked Man for the vacant DUI Unified Heavyweight Championship of the world. And you know, I already know who I'm going to say is going to win. I'll give my reason after you.
Well, this might be surprising, and some people might have to pinch themselves because I don't think they're going to believe it. But I think the one is going to walk in there and become the new DUI Unified Champion.
Care to explain why?
I've seen you working, and I know that this is your goal. You've had a lot of goals, and I know that you persevere. Like when you wanted those tag titles, you wanted to unify both tag belts, and you did that. And you've been training like crazy. I've seen you working, getting on 24/7, doing the commentary, scouting everybody. And I know that you want a piece of RD, and this Masked Man is someone difficult to train for. So I think if RD will probably try to focus on this Masked Man more because he's faced you before. But I think that in the end, it's going to be you walking away the new Unified Champion. And maybe we might meet somewhere down the line for that belt. But for now, I'm going to focus on the XD and this ICC title, and you could focus on Brutal Impact and your things, unless we collide for the tag team titles. Then all bets are off.
Obviously, I want me to win. I mean, come on, DUI. It's well known that I want to be unified heavyweight champion of the world. I think I am going to win because RD, he's faced me. RD, I took 3 RDKOs and got out of each one. Masked Man, shit, you seem like a glory hog to me. And I know Game and Doc have called me that also. But you seem like a glory hog to me. The way in that 6-man tag team match, you were in that match basically the whole time. And you were the one that got pinned by JB Chicken. Come on. Anyway.
Which our team won, by the way.
Yeah. Anyway, RD, I'm ready for you. Masked Man, I know I can beat you. I know I can. Watching you in that match, I've seen weakness in you. I have seen your weak points. So I will win that match, whether it be with the Vision, the Wonder Bar, the Impact Driver, whatever I have to use to win that match, I will.